Hello beautiful ones, welcome to a new year here at Embodied Within. My name is Winnie and I'm so happy you're here. New Year, a phrase that carries so much weight, so many subtle messages and often a quiet pressure asking us to do more, be more, fix something or even just push harder. But today, this practice is an invitation to return to what you already have, your incredible breath and your body. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to do more. This is about meeting yourself exactly where you are, because a better you doesn't come from force. It comes from listening, from awareness, and from presence. As we move through this entire practice today, let it be less about perfection and more about the relationship you're building with your breath, your body, as well as your entire space today. So when you're ready, I invite you to find your space on your mat. Make sure you have enough room to move freely without anything in your way. We'll start in a standing position just right in the middle of your mat right here. Taking a nice big inhale to reach both your hands up towards the ceiling. Reaching your right hand up towards the sky here. Taking hold of that right wrist with your left hand. Take one exhalation to ground into your right feet, finding a beautiful side stretch here. Take your time over here. As you inhale, make your way back to the center. Relax your hands, roll the shoulders out. Your next inhale, take both your hands up once again. This time around, reaching your left up high. Your right hand holds onto that left wrist, guiding that body into a beautiful side stretch. Holding it here for one big breath in. And then as you exhale, come all the way back through the center. Relax, roll out the shoulders. We take the legs a little bit wider than your hips, softening through the knees. We're gonna find some simple shoulder rolls, keeping those knees nice and soft. Taking that beautiful shoulder rolls, relaxing into the heels, relaxing into your hips, relaxing into your knees. One more breath here. We're reversing the shoulder rolls this time around from the back to the front. Big inhale, full exhales. Good. Just about 2 more times here. Really nice. Now this time around, we take one more big inhale to reach both the hands up to the ceiling. Maybe interlace the fingers at the top this time around. We turn the palms facing up towards the sky, reaching the heart space a little wider open. Take a big inhale, inviting all that good energy in. And then as you exhale, releasing your hands up to the side of your body. We're gonna find our way into the back of our mats. We take an inhale this time around, reach your hands up tall. As you exhale, you're gonna dive yourself down, bringing your chin to your chest. We're gonna walk the hands all the way out into a nice long plank towards the front of your mat. Finding hold on to this plank position, soften your knees, tap your knees down onto the mat. Hold it there with your core nice and activated. You open up through the chest here, one big inhale. As you exhale, you find your way back into that plank position, softening into your knees as you walk your hands back towards your feet. Roll up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Hands goes up high towards the ceiling again. Exhale, you dive yourself down, chin to your chest, allowing the rounding sensation of your spine to happen, and then slowly walk your hands all the way out into that beautiful full plank again. Holding that plank for one extra breath, hugging that rib cage in. Very gently, you walk your hands back towards your feet. One last one. You're gonna roll up through your spine, letting the head reach last on top of your shoulders. Hands goes up to the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, dive yourself last time down into that full plank position. I'll meet you right there, holding there for a little moment here. Hug the elbows into the midline here, squeezing into your glutes to hold that steady plank for 3, for 2, and 1. Dropping your knees down underneath your hips. We're finding some gentle cat-cows over here as you take your next inhale. Feel your heart space open. And then as you exhale, we're gonna round through the spine, rounding the entire upper back of your body. Taking a nice big inhale here to open up through your heart space. Exhale to round through the belly. Push away the mat with your palms here. Just about 2 more rounds, inhaling to open up through your chest. Exhaling from your tailbone, you scoop yourself under, finding a beautiful rounded spine. One last one, big breath in, open up through the chest, gazing towards the front or up towards the sky. And then as you exhale around through the spine over here, pressing again into your palms. Good. We come right through that center, your neutral spine position over here, nowhere else to go. We're going to take a big inhale here to feel the belly rib cage expanding. And then as you exhale, you want to think about drawing that lower belly in, drawing the rib cage in, back into the midline. A very small range of motion here. Inhale once again, big breath. And then full breath in to draw that lower belly in, rib cage towards the midline. This gentle core activation is going to help you find that connection with your breath and your lower belly. One last one wherever you are. Beautiful. Now the next time you take that next inhale, we're going to open up that right side of your body, reaching your right hand towards the sky. As you exhale, we're going to thread the right hand underneath that left hand, finding a beautiful torso rotation. Inhaling, open up through the chest. Exhaling, we take that thread under. Once again, inhale to peel the heart space open. Exhale, you thread, keeping your hips as square as they can. This time around, we'll finish off with that right hand up to the ceiling. Let's go ahead and circle out your wrists for just about 2 breaths. Rotate the wrist the other way around for just 2. And then gently make your way back onto your 4-point kneeling. Before we come to the other side, curl your back toes under. We activate the core a little bit more this time around. We float the knees 2 inches off as you exhale. Inhale, tap your knees down. Exhale, you float. Inhale, you lower. Just a few more times like this. And if you're feeling pretty strong at this point in time, maybe you don't even have to tap your knees down back onto the mat, keeping it floating off about 2 inches every single time. Just for 4. Just for 3. Good for 2. Beautiful. Last one. Hold it there for 3, 2. Tap your knees down. Good. This time around, inhale, open up that left hand to the ceiling. Exhale, we are threading that left arm under the right this time around. Inhaling to open once again. And exhale to thread it through. Take your time over here. There is no need to rush. Allowing yourself to notice how one side of the body feels as compared to the other. Beautiful. We're finishing off with that left hand up to the ceiling. You're finding that nice expansion through your chest. Go ahead and circle that left wrist out here. And then reverse the circle around. Beautiful. Gently placing your hands down onto your mat. We're going to go ahead, relax your toes. Sit back into a wonderful child's pose. Easing out into this child's pose here. Resting your forehead onto your mat. Your chest is sinking into your mat here. Take one breath in here. Lovely, guys. As you exhale, we're going to roll up through the spine. If this feels good for you, you may stay on top of your knees here. If not, you may just come into a comfortable cross-legged position. We're going to take the hands to the back of our body here. We take a big inhale to peel the heart space open. See if you can place your palms together to touch at the back, your knuckles reaching away from your belly. Take a breath out over here as you find a forward fold, reaching your knuckles up towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale, you're going to make your way back once again, allowing your knuckles to reach down and away from your body. Exhale, you find a forward fold. One last one. Inhaling, make your way all the way up. Inhale. This time around, exhale, you find that forward fold. Hold it there. We're going to invite a gentle sway just side to side here, just making sure that there is no tension in your knee joints. Nothing crazy in the shoulders, keeping this really gentle and small. One more breath. Lovely, guys. Gently, you're going to roll yourselves all the way back here. Release your hands, give it a little roll out through the wrist. And then we're going to come right back through our 4-point kneeling. Once you're right back down onto your 4-point, just quick check. Make sure your shoulders, elbows, and wrists stays in line. Your hips and your knees stays in line. We're coming through a little bit more spice right here. Let's extend that left leg long. Back of your body, right hand to the front. Taking a nice big inhale over here. You're balancing on that left hand, right knee. As you exhale, you float the right hand, left leg comes up. Inhale, you tap. Exhale, you lift. Inhale, you tap. Exhale, you lift. And as you're doing this bird dog variation, you want to think about maintaining your spine exactly where it's at without dropping into the belly. You want to stay steady onto that left hand. Your right knee stays strong as well. Last 2. Lovely. We're staying up on that last one here. We're gonna take some gentle pulses. Think about your thumbs reaching to the ceiling, your heels reaching to the sky. Last 5, 4. You got that spicy burn right here. Last 2. Awesome. On that last one, hold it there. 1 breath in. As you exhale, right elbow needs to touch in the midline. Inhale, extend everything, hold it there. We're gonna bend through that left leg, left toes up to the sky. You open the right hand, tap the left heel. Come through center once again. We refine that crunch over here. Inhale, extending everything out. Exhale, we tap to the back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, we crunch. Inhale, we extend. Exhale, big expansion through the chest. 2 more times just like this, my friends. Crunching everything into the midline, activating the core. Opening, finding an open twist. Last one here. Breath out to crunch. Inhale, extend. Breath out to open. Good job, guys. This time around, we tap the left toes down, right hand comes down. Really gently, we're gonna keep that right knee underneath your hips. You're gonna go ahead and find a gentle push-up, bringing your chest right in line with your arms. Press yourself all the way up here. Inhale, and then come down again. Take your time. No rush. Now, if this feels pretty okay for you, you want a little bit more, go ahead and extend your left toes up to the ceiling. If that feels good, you only have 5 here. Last 4. Just 3. Good, 2 more. On that last one, we're gonna hold that push up, just kicking the heels up to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Good job. Coming back into your 4-point kneeling. Let's come through a few cat cows here. Big inhale, open the chest. Exhale to allow that rounding sensation to happen. We're coming through this cat cow to realign the spine. Breath in, breath out. Really good, guys. Just about 2 more here. One last one, and then we're ready to come in through our other side. You're doing so well. Beautiful, my friends. We come through that neutral spine position, making sure that the back of your neck stays nice and long. This time around, we're going to start extending the right leg long fist, right behind your hips. Left arm is reaching long. Taking a breath in, prepare. As you exhale, we'll lift left arm, right leg. Inhale, you tap everything down with control. Exhale, we lift. Good. Keep that motion going again. You want to try and maintain the torso, which is from your shoulders to your hips aligned, without moving that. Your core is nice and tight. You're here for 4. Beautiful. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Spicy in. Last one. Hold it there. Let's take those baby pulses up, down here. Just working through that left shoulder joint. Right hip is extending for 4, 3, 2. Good. Hold that last one up. We're going to crunch left elbow to your right knee to the midline. As you inhale, extend everything out again. Exhale, this time around, you're going to bend that right toes up to the ceiling. You're going to tap that left hand to the left heel. Inhale, extending everything out. Exhale, we crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, you open. Just for about 2 more times here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, find that reach back. Last one here. Crunch it in. We're finishing it all the way into the opening. Relaxing everything as you exhale. Tap the right toe slightly onto your mats. Same thing here. We're going to keep that left knee and left hip aligned. Find a push up forward this time round. Inhale to press up. Good. Keep going. Breath in. Breath out to push. As you're doing this, think about sinking your chest in line with your palms. If this feels good, maybe you float the right leg up. Good. Just making sure that there is no tension in that lower back. You keep that motion going only for 4. Your hip stays nice and square for 3. Building that energy out for 2. On that last one, you hold that down strong. Just the right leg pulses up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap everything down. Let it go. Allow your knees to be nice and wide, toes to touch. Sit back into a child's pose. Reach your hands out long. Now, if you'd like to take the child's pose into something a little bit more energizing, I welcome you to come onto your fingertips. Float your elbows off as you sink your chest, your belly closer to your thighs, your forehead down towards your mat. Holding it here for just about 2 big breaths in and out. Every exhale, see if you can sit your bum a little closer towards your heels. Extending the crown of your head for 1 more breath. And then very gently from here, you roll yourself all the way up back onto your 4-point kneeling. This time around, we curl your back toes under. We float your knees 2 inches off, send it into a downward facing dog. Now in your pike, you want your hips up high. You go ahead and pedal your heels out right here. Take your time easing through your hamstrings. That is the back of your legs. Building the energy up as we find a standing position very, very shortly. You've been here before. We're going to take the legs a little bit wider than your hips. Take a nice big breath in over here, pushing down firmly into your hands. As you exhale, soften your knees. Walk your hands all the way back towards your toes. Gently from there, keep the head heavy. We're going to start to roll up through our spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Make your way to a standing position. Once you reach up top, hands goes up high. Maybe inviting a gentle back bend here if that feels good for you. Exhale, we're going to dive ourselves down again, chin to your chest. Good, now you stay down this time round. Keep that right hand in the center of your face. Soften your knees a little bit more if you need extra support. We send that left hand up to the ceiling. Circle it all the way back of your body. Place it back down. Same on the other side. Right hand goes up. And then we're going to circle that right hand to the back of your body. Place that right hand down. 2 more times on each side. Left hand goes up. We're going to circle that left hand all the way down. Right hand goes up. Circle that right hand back. Last round here on each side. Left hand goes up high. And then gently circle that hand back. You may go ahead and keep the knees nice and soft. This time around, you relax both the hands down. We're going to slowly roll up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Finding your way into a comfortable standing position. 1 big reach of your hands as you inhale. As you exhale, release everything out. Give the shoulders a little roll out, shake it out a little. Well done, you guys. Take a moment now to notice how you feel, not just physically, but mentally. You should be so proud of yourself for showing up today, for choosing you. May this practice be a reminder of your presence and all the yeses you continue to say that keep you grounded, connected, and glowing. And remember, New Year, better me, doesn't mean abandoning who you were. It means honoring how far you've come and for choosing to care for yourself more intentionally as you move forward. Thank you so much for being here. Until our next practice, much love.